Hello everybody, thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is Chris from Cinema Trailer News, and this will be my breakdown for the end credit scene in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Well, it's actually the mid credit scene because the end credit scene, the very at the end, was actually just a Bruce Campbell Evil Dead joke and wasn't that good. So I absolutely love the mid credit scene, and I'm excited, and it's a great development in so many ways. Now, it's crucial for a franchise film or streaming show to have a good end credit scene because it's what gets fans excited for what comes next. The whole point of this franchise today is they are expansive and it's a part of a larger story, so you get excited for the next story. Now, for anyone who knows Clea is, Doctor Strange 2 has a great end credit scene. Now, when I watched the movie in the theater, the crowd doesn't seem to know who Clea is, so they don't understand what a big deal it is for her to finally show up in the MCU and what this means for Doctor Strange films going forward. Now, I think that Charlize Theron's looks not just stunning but absolutely gorgeous, and but she looks comics accurate and is comics accurate as Benedict Cumberbatch Doctor Strange, and I think that's very exciting. And so let's talk about Theron's casting, who Clea is, and what this means for the MCU. Now, getting Charlize Theron is a major win for the MCU. I was wondering who is going to get her first, the MCU or DC. Now, you can be in both, but I think it's harder for when you are a major player in one over the other. The Oscar winner has a reputation when it comes to franchise to majorly plusing them, so that's exciting. We also know that she can do action and that she takes this kind of genre work very seriously, so she's going to do all the hand movements too, so it's going to be great. Now, she's also a true peer to Benedict Cumberbatch, not only just regarding their standing in the industry and the talent, but they're basically the same age, and a time where Marvel and all movie franchises are trying to cast younger to make sure their action stars are viable for as long as possible. Remember where a lot of people, including me, wanted Charlize Theron to be Captain Marvel, but instead they went with Brie Larson instead. So I'm very happy to see her that she got into the MCU at all. Now, Theron has even talked about Warner Brothers reaching out to her back in the day to star in Wonder Woman when they were making the 2017 movie, only for her to find out that they wanted her for Wonder Woman's mother, not for Wonder Woman herself. So I think that Theron's casting is not just great for the MCU, but for women in Hollywood overall. And when it comes to these big blockbuster movies, actresses have done very well in TV and streaming. Wonderful roles for her then. But now as blockbuster films take over the multiplex and other movies, smaller movies are squeezed out, what that mean? Will there be no place for other actors? That would be horrible. So I'm so glad that Charlize Theron is here, especially when she was kicked out of Mad Max to go with younger versions with Anna Taylor-Joy, and I love Anna Taylor-Joy, but that was really uncool, and Charlize Theron was even upset about it, understandably so. So who is Clea? Now in the comments, this is great. Clea is basically a member of the Dark Dimension royal family, And we see the dark dimension in this very end credit scene when Clea opens up the portal. Her mother, Uma, constantly fighting with her uncle, Dormammu, for control of the room. Uma, by the way, has sometimes had a romance with Doctor Strange villain model. Oh, it's all coming together here. Now, Clea, by the way, has an occasion transformed into a Dormammu type being, aka Fortune, of being of pure magic energy rather than her regular humanoid appearances. Now, of course, we all remember Dormammu from the first Doctor Strange movie. Dormammu, I have come to bargain. That was just so great. Well, in the comics, Clea witnesses Doctor Strange when he was in the dark dimension, and she witnessed him from afar, and she's impressed with his courage and mystical abilities, and she introduced herself. So I think that it's very likely in the MCU that Clea witnesses or has heard of the fateful fight in the first Doctor Strange with her uncle, Dormammu. Now, also in the comics, Clea is a student of Doctor Strange, so he often needs to save her, that dancer in distress element to the comics back in the day. But clearly, this Clea, thank goodness, is again more of a peer, and the comics, she shares all of Doctor Strange's mystical ability, master of the mystical arts. She can also throw magic bolts, energy shield, astral projection, thought casting, which is basically telepathic communication, talking inside your head, teleportation, levitation without clothes. I mean, think of her as a purple Scarlet Witch, meaning she can basically do anything that the writers want her to do. Now, in the comics, no other sorcerer or witch or warlock can defeat her. So what the hell was she doing in this movie? Now, alright. Anyway, perhaps what Clea is known for best is marrying Doctor Strange, being the wife of Doctor Strange. Now, Clea and Doctor Strange had a dark dimension ceremony. In the comics, they were like, "Oh, our marriage won't be legal on Earth because you're not a real human." So they had a dark dimension ceremony. Clea also at the same time became the ruler of the dark dimension, and she and Strange spent a lot of time apart because Thor started leading the dark dimension, and eventually she and Strange separated because she was too busy at work. And it's a story for the ages. Fast forward to today, with the recent death of Doctor Strange in the comics, who's the new Sorcerer Supreme? You guess it, it's Clea. So what does this mean for the MCU? Now I think that you can already see where this is heading. Well, obviously, our next Doctor Strange adventure will take place in the Dark Dimension, with Clea telling her he has created an incursion where one multiverse will learn during this movie, or a universe in the multiverse threatens to destroy another, so they need to fix it. So if you broke it, you need to fix it. Now, thematically, this gives us another male and female parent, which we of course we first saw in with Ant-Man and the Wasp. Then Tony and Pepper coming to her in Avengers Endgame, and most recently with Moon Knight, to be followed quickly by Thor with Mighty Thor, and Shuri becoming Black Panther, Ironheart taking over for Iron Man, and now Doctor Strange. Now, did this offer more representation for women in the MCU, or does this dilute those corners of the MCU? I think it would be better for female characters to have their own identities rather than just being variation of popular male characters, because this is something that Marvel Comics has struggled with, and it's a tough question, but is it too much change at once? I mean, I just told you that all this is happening at the same time. Well, Doctor Strange 3 end with Clea becoming the new Sorcerer Supremes, and how this BC is Kevin Feige dance car when this is going to happen, and what will be the timing be like with all this property, and how will fans will feel about it. You have to be careful, because we want these female characters to be popular. Now, as far for the third eye in Doctor Strange, this is something distinct to the MCU. It hasn't really shown up in the comics. So there's of course the eye of Agamotto, but he wasn't showing on his head. And as we saw in this very movie, Doctor Strange already can cast spells to see mystical things in the first fight when he couldn't see the monster, and then he could. Now, so that's the thing was the third eye do. Now the movie doesn't even explain it. So what is going on with the third eye? Many of us having to guess what this third eye is a result, because we saw of using the Dark. But while the Strange who was killed on Titan will have black fingers from reading the Dark Hole, the Sinister Strange who was guarding the Dark Hole didn't have black fingers, and now Doctor Strange doesn't have black fingers. So maybe it comes from the Dark Hole, or maybe it doesn't. I mean, why Doctor Strange isn't concerned about this? And especially after everything he just saw with Wanda go to, and the threat that she became. So I think they will be talking to one to be taking that taken care of. So Clea fans, how do you feel about her finally joining the MCU? And for those who are not familiar with the character, how do you feel now that you have been feel with it? Now that I feel you. And what do you think of Charlize Theron's? All of you, what do you think about Charlize Theron's being cast in the role? And what do you think of the role that she finally ended up with in the MCU? So let me know what do you think of that. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, consider subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, and like always, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.